All right, y'all. We got Browns versus Eagles full joint practice. It's day one highlights. Let's see what they're looking like. There's no Shedeuer, so I'm assuming Shedeuer didn't practice. He was dealing with some shoulder soreness. Was that about a week ago or so? So slightly understandable. No, I'm not. So he did just play majority of the snaps in that game, but I mean, hey, we'll see. He definitely gonna have time to rest it because it's not like he's gonna start this season, so we're gonna be straight. Only thing I saw was Jacorian struggles today. So who's out there throwing? I see Hurts. Who throwing for the Browns? I'm assuming Flacco. Is Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel back? Forgot DeJean was a safety. Okay. Dory Jackson with a nice pass breakup and 1v1s versus a Cleveland receiver. Dotson with a really nice 1v1 rep versus a Cleveland DB, made a super hard cut and created a ton of space. I think Jahan, I mean, we're going to see, but he could be that kind of like missing piece, like that consistent wide receiver 3 that they haven't had, since they got Devontae and AJ. Like, I don't feel like they've had a consistent guy at the wide receiver 3. It's kind of same thing with the Dolphins. Since Tyreek got there, they haven't had a consistent wide receiver 3. There's Cooper coming for a spot. Oh, that's actually a sleeper right there. Yeah, for sure. Jalen Hurts intercepted by Browns cornerback Miles Harden in one-on-ones. Browns linebacker Devin Bush just intercepted Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. Wasn't Bush on the Eagles for like a quick stint? Very quick stint. Where's Devin on the depth chart? Let me see. Does it look like he's gonna make the Browns? Because he's bounced around so much. I was rooting for him, but he didn't bounce around so much. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Oh, Bush is starting. Jerome Baker is a backup? What the heck? Jerome Baker was just a starter. That's crazy. Oh, Carson Schweizinger. That's the guy. I forgot about him. That's the guy. Or 7 versus 7. Oh, so Kenny Pickett is throwing 2. Nearly throws an interception. Zach Bond couldn't come down with it. Reed and Sydney. Makuba. Hurst with a rough start to the day. He goes 3 for 6 with an interception. Tanner McKee with an awesome deep completion to Johnny Wilson. That's nice to hear. Number one, not like the Eagles got a good backup. He played immaculate in that first game, and then Johnny Wilson, obviously, I want to keep hearing more good stuff about him because he can be a real threat, like in real game scenarios. Because again, it's a mismatch. There's not too many 6'4" corners out there, or even 6'3" corners. You got to really put somebody as big on him because other than that, or you could exploit the mismatch. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody got a lineup of 6 something corners. So this how 7-on-7 went for the Browns. Pickett with the 1s, Gabriel with the 2s, Huntley with the 3s. Okay. Kubo could probably start by week 5. And Key might as well request a trade for a starting job. Where could McKee go? Like, realistically, like who's in a spot where like they got a quarterback battle situation? I would say the Colts, but I wouldn't say the Colts off the strength that like I'm pretty sure like they're relying on Daniel Jones if Anthony Richardson doesn't work out. Saints. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad one. Yeah, if everything falls apart, that's not a bad one. Everything falls apart with all them guys. 11v11, two separate fields. Keely Ringo and Sidney Brown starting first team versus Browns offense with Joe Flacco at quarterback. So Joe did play in practice today. Okay. Jalen Hurts with a beautiful first down go route. Down the sidelines, Johnny Wilson contested catch beats Browns. Hey, Johnny Wilson again, man. More we seeing him, bro. It's gonna be nasty. So far in 11s for the Browns offense is Flacco with the ones and Gabriel with the twos. Gabriel running with the ones now. It was one play. I'm so curious. Like, what's the? I understand it. Maybe you just want to see how he looks with the ones, because you know for sure Joe is gonna start, so we're not gonna overdo it with Joe. But we got flexibility to experiment here and there with certain lineups. So I guess I can see that. You know what I mean? It was one play with the starting offensive line. Now it's back to the second string line. Okay. After Gabriel got one play with the ones, second team O came back in for a couple plays. Then Huntley wrapped it up with the twos. Okay, so Huntley got some snap with the twos. That's pretty cool. No reps yet for Shedeuer in 2 periods. Shedeuer didn't take any reps in 7v7 or 11v11. Could be shoulder soreness, or it could be that, I mean, well, it's only day one, but at the same time, it could be that they just want to see more from the other guys. Like, you went out there, had a good preseason game, and we didn't really see nothing from nobody else, so we want to see some more stuff from everybody else. And Huntley would need more reps as well. But it's like to be for real, I don't even see the point of signing Huntley aside from like him being a backup. You know, like, you got 2 young guys that you have stock in, and then you got 2 older guys that you have. Like, you can say you got stock in them too. It's short term stock, but you got stock in them too right now. It's like I get Huntley's there just in case somebody else gets injured for the preseason. But outside of that, though, you know, I don't know. Him running with the 2 sounded a little wild. But it could be. AJ Dillon caught a touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts against the Browns defense. Touchdown. Hurts goes Devontae from about 5 yards out to easy catch. Okay. Or they know they're starting Shedeuer, so they're just resting him till season starts. That would be crazy. Nah, they starting Flacco. At least this is what it seemed like to me. They starting Flacco. Gabriel now in with the twos. Found Larverdin in the corner of the end zone, but a flag was thrown for an apparent penalty on offense. Gene missed the entire last summer, like 8% August. So I hope. Gabriel wrap up the session with a short TD to Travion Williams. Found him in a flat. What's up with Gene? Oh, he said last summer. Back to regular 11s. Flacco with the ones. Finds Judy on a post with Jacorian Bennett in coverage. Judy sneaky good, man. Shedeuer didn't take a snap. I don't think there's any collusion here. I'm assuming it's either soreness or they just want to see more from the other guys. Like, they feel comfortable with Shedeur's performance last week. The Browns will start Shedeuer again versus the Eagles on Saturday if Gabriel and Kenny Pickett remain out. I mean, that makes sense. I don't even feel like he has to say that, like, because you're not going to start Tyler Huntley. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to Tyler, but if Dylan and Kenny are out, Joe is not playing in the preseason, obviously. So it's like, you know. But it's easy, you know. Maybe somebody just asked that question. He just had to answer it. Overall, this session went Flacco with the ones, Gabriel with the twos, back to Flacco with the ones, then Gabriel with the threes. Okay. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. I don't think there's any collusion there. I think again, you know, it's either shortness or, you know, they just want to see the other guys. Shedeuer went out there and had a solid enough performance to where it's like, okay, he's straight. But yeah, like, subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.